My Rock, My Song. Music coming down from Miss Karine Ashe. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you for choosing the Street 919 FM. And it's 11:29, and we want to say thanks to all our sponsors who would have been on this frequency today, which is, I want to start off by thanking Mr. Bruce Wayne and the Titans of Democracy. All right. Also, we had Mr. Valentine Garcia Jr. and, well, normally he'll be with his wife, Miss Nikki Garcia, but she wasn't with him today, but we missed her, and we want to say thank you to the both of them for always coming on a Thursday to share the Word of God with the Final Hour Bible Study program on a Thursday from 9 a.m. till 10 a.m. on the Street 919 FM. Also, I want to say thank you to Straight and Narrow, Miss Arlene. Thank you again for sharing your wealth of health knowledge with us here on the Street 919 FM. Also, I want to thank Mr. Antoine for Conscious Talk on the Street 919 FM. So we also had, last but not least, Pastor Job, Optimum Health. And you would have gotten his number, and you would be able to get in contact with him for further information that you would need. All right. And now it's my turn to take you till 2 o'clock here on the Street 919 FM. And you can join me on our live, which is on the Street 919 FM Facebook page, also on Iwer TV live broadcast on our YouTube page. And we get into constructive talk where we look at issues, current affairs, things that are happening, good news, bad news, news on a whole, of things that's happening in Trinidad and Tobago. And I wanted to start off the discussion today with people who are interested in buying First Citizens shares. I'm seeing a notice, and I wanted to touch on that a little bit, of persons who may be interested in buying First Citizen shares. And very interesting, because I would have saw or heard an interview with, was it Dr. Rowley? Yes, I believe it was Dr. Rowley, talking about shares and the importance of people buying shares, and he would have given some advice. I'm going to try to find that. But persons who are interested in buying First Citizen shares. So I want you to join me on the live, because I want you to be a part of this discussion. I'm going to talk about this until 12 o'clock. I want to hear your views on it. You know, sometimes we want to get we will get into the other stuff, but I want to hear your views on persons who might be interested, or if you are interested in buying First Citizen shares. All right. So some people would have questions like, how can I buy the shares? How do I get into this market and stuff like that? If I'm interested in buying shares, how do I go about buying shares? And just give you some information on it. All right? Can I just give you all some information? I hope that you don't mind me giving you all some information on this First Citizen shares. So remember, share the live, come on the live, tell somebody what we will be discussing. I know people want to get into other stuff, but we will get into other stuff in a little bit. But I think this is very important. I don't know about you, but I think that this is very important. So, how to open a brokerage account? How to open a brokerage account? All right, that's one. And two, the public shares are available at $50 per share. All right, and its closing date is on Friday, the 22nd of July, 2022. Okay. Applicants must have a brokerage account, all right, and it must be submitted in order for you to purchase and apply, all right? So you must have a brokerage account. You must have a broker's or a brokerage account. Let me see what else is seen here. All right, so requirements for opening a brokerage account. 1, a valid government issued photo ID. Proof of address. Utility bills dated May to June 2022. Proof of income. A job letter or payslip dated May/June 2022. An active check or savings account. Those are the requirements for opening a brokerage account. Let me go on. All right, let me go on. Make an appointment with First Citizens Brokerage, all right, so that you can be able to get started. I don't know if this interests anybody out there, but I think this is an interesting, very interesting, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So if you are interested, okay, so if you are interested, I think you can get in contact with First Citizens Bank and, you know, find out more. Right? Get in contact with First Citizens Bank and find out more. So, I just said I would have shared this with you and hear your views on it. What are your views? So I don't know what is a brokerage account. I don't know. If anybody know out there, you can call in and share with Trinidad and Tobago a little bit about what you know about what is a brokerage account. Because there are some people on the live that is asking, what is a brokerage account? All right. So anybody who have knowledge on what is a brokerage account can call in and share with the listeners. I just wanted to highlight it because sometimes you all say that we don't highlight or bring forward the positives that is happening. Yesterday I would have showed you where a member of parliament took a part of his office ground, the grounds where his office is located, and was teaching young people to plant. When we look at what's happening in the grocery today, and we're seeing where vegetable prices, they're saying it's a mistake, it's a misprint. I have a question about that misprint, but I want to open up the lines first about this First Citizen shares and how to open a brokerage account. All right. So I'm asking anybody who know could call in and share with the listeners, share with the viewers, what is a brokerage account? If you know, I don't know. I am willing to learn. I'm willing to find out also. But I just saw it on social media, and I said, hey, this is something great to highlight to the listeners. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, does it have any requirements for people like people who probably not, but like I say, who don't have a job letter, who probably
they didn't say anything about that. I didn't see anything on the
Wow.
all they're saying is in order for you requirements for opening a brokerage account. That's what they're saying. The requirements to open a brokerage account, you have to have a valid government-issued photo ID. You must proof of address, which is a utility bill dated no later than May or June 2022. A proof of income, which is a job letter or a pay slip dated May or June 2022. And fourth, they're saying that an active checking or savings account number.
I see. Well, that's the thing. I wish I could have catered something for people who working or self-employed. But Pastor Google, you see where you're talking about investment? Could I recommend something, please, Pastor Google?
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible you could have an interview with this economist? You on the New York Times. Does the name Aline Atz ring a bell to you?
Who's that?
Pastor Google?
Yeah, who's that?
Aline Atz. I think Aline Atz. Atz. Does the name ring a bell?
No, it doesn't.
Well, like I said again, if we could probably get that person, I think she's very knowledgeable in the economics of this country, and have a discussion, because you have a lot of people out there who probably don't know how, economically speaking, how our country is running, and talk is abounding that the government have to borrow money from the IMF to pay public servant workers. And in my opinion, that maths is not mathsing. Okay, Pastor Google.
Okay.
Or if you get some leading economists to have a discussion with, because I don't know. Like, people just, I don't know what's going on with the maths. You have a good day, Pastor Google.
All right, thank you very much. Right, the numbers to call 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791, 771-1791, 466-5391.
Vibes will try for discharge the minds of the children. Cause their hearts are filled with hate. How we make sure that...
Hello, good morning.
Morning, Pastor Google.
Hi, morning.
Caller from Barapur. And you see that bank you're talking about is a total failure. Anyway, let me leave that one there. We're drinking in that bottle there, right?
Water.
Oh, I hope it's water. Pastor Google.
Get ready to recruit again. Evil words may not promote them. Say one by one, shine your light them up. Let's kick evil out of town, yeah. Say one by one, shine your light them up. Shine your light, I beg you, shine your light, I know. Say one by one, shine your light.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Pastor Google. I think you named the caller I was trying to refer to as Dr. Marlene Atch. She's an economist, and she speaks quite objectively with regards to economic and financial situations in the country. Dr. Marlene Atch. I'm almost sure I probably heard about it, probably not ringing a bell. Yeah. Dr. Marlene Atch.
All
Enjoy
right,
the Pastor Google.
thank you very much.
Holy box, what them a scooter? I just wanna change the life of a youth. Get ready to recruit again. Evil words may not promote them. Say one by one, shine your light them up. Let's kick evil out of town, yeah. Say one by one, shine your light them up. Shine your light, I beg you, shine your light, you know. Say one by one, shine your light them up. Let's kick evil out of town, yeah. Say one by one, shine your light them up. Shine your light, I beg you, shine your light, you know. I'm from a place where dreams are far-fetched. That no mean me have to steal. Living a life under the blood of Jesus. Feel real, yo. Well, if I no Christ, say we are preach. Little Johnny, I got one shooter. And that's the truth, yeah. The problem have to start from the root, yeah. Select how we pull up that one, yeah. Say one by one, shine your light them up. Let's kick evil out of town, yeah. Say one by one.
Allows investors to buy and sell a variety of investments like stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. brokerage account allows investors to buy and sell a variety of investments like stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. An investor deposits money with a licensed brokerage firm, which then places trades on behalf of the investor. There are multiple types of brokerage accounts and brokerage firms, giving investors the opportunity to cherry-pick the model that best suits their financial needs. Investors seeking the expertise of a financial advisor should align with a full-service brokerage firm. Financial advisors are paid to help their clients develop investment plans and execute the transactions accordingly. Full-service brokerage accounts charge either commissions on trades or advisor fees. A commission account generates a fee anytime an investment is bought or sold, whether the recommendation came from the client or the advisor, and whether the trade is profitable. By contrast, advisor fee accounts charge flat annual fees, ranging from 0.5% to 2% on the total account balance. In exchange for this fee, no commissions are charged when investments are bought or sold. Regional financial advisors often appeal to investors who prefer the personal interaction of a full-service broker that also feels more localized to their community. This group requires a larger minimum account size and caters to individuals with a slightly higher net worth. But over time, their services tend to be less expensive than larger full-size brokerages. Today, it's fairly easy to open a brokerage account via the internet. Account approvals are quick, and funding your account can also be done online. Just keep in mind, some full-service brokers charge exorbitantly high fees for their expert guidance, so it's important to discuss compensation models with your financial advisors at the onset.
Right, so that is some information that I would have Googled to get about a brokerage account. So I hope that was helpful for some people who would have asked me what is a brokerage account. All right, so I hope that was helpful for some people who would have asked the question, and I would have played that clip so that you would have an idea of what is a brokerage account. I wanted to highlight an issue that I find sometimes very disturbing, and I think it needs to be addressed, and it's something that I would want to talk about because it affects me. All right? The people who are in charge of the water taxi, which is NIDCO, who is it? Who is it in charge of the water taxi? All right, NIDCO, right, NIDCO. All right, they're in charge of the water taxi. If you are a regular passenger on the water taxi, I'm sure that some might be upset, some might be happy. So attention passengers, please note our sailing departure times from San Fernando tomorrow, which is today, Thursday the 14th of July 2022, has been changed, right, to the following: 5:30 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. We apologize for any inconvenience. Now, that notice was put out 16 hours ago, which would have been yesterday. Right? Now, if you are not on the Water Taxi Facebook page, you would not know this, because there was no announcement made on any media houses. I find that to be really upsetting. Secondly, right now, you don't know what time the water taxi is sailing this afternoon. When I came off the water taxi this morning, I would have inquired on what time is the water taxi departing this afternoon. Nobody could tell me. Nobody knows, nobody have an idea, nobody is able to hear what they said to me. You have to call to find out. That is ridiculous. That is madness. I am simply asking Minister Rohan Sinanan, Minister of Works and Transport, could you please look into the affairs and find out what is going on with the water taxi service? They need to have better communication with the passengers on the water taxi. They need to. If I'm being honest, if I didn't like or check the water taxi, something just tell me, check the water taxi page. When I checked the water taxi page last night, I saw that notice. Something just told me, check it. I think they need to do better than that. I think that something need to be done about the advertising. Here I have a problem with that it looks as though they just come up with some brilliant ideas to change the times of the water taxi, change the ceiling of the water taxi, and think that people are just going to find out. How are we going to know? So let me give you an idea of what they do. So there are some departure times from San Fernando: 5:30, 6:15, 8 a.m., 4:30. You hear me? My question is, these changes of the times, if you are not on the water taxi Facebook page, how will you know? That's my question. And they need to, I am asking that you all need to spend some money and let people know when you all are making changes to ceilings. Make some public announcements. Please. Because it's not good. I'm telling you all, it's not working out. For some, imagine you have to leave from Point 14. You're working San Fernando. You have to leave from Point 14 to reach for the 5:30 a.m. water taxi sailing. What time are you leaving home? What time are you going to leave home? You're coming from Moruga, you're coming from New Grant, you're coming from Princestown. What time they're asking you to leave home? So I am asking in a very nice way, a very calm way, cool way, can someone look into the water taxi service from San Fernando to Port of Spain and from Port of Spain to San Fernando? And some of the other, you feel as if the water taxi service is only for public servants who traveling only from morning time. So they only catering for public servants who would leave home, let's say 6 o'clock, 6:30, or 5:30 to 6:30, that time. And during the day, there are no sailings. So if you wanted to say, you know what, let me take a trip on the water taxi to come into town to do some business by the waterfront or whatever, there are no sailings throughout the day, you know. But you know what? They say that's below my pay grade. But I just think that it's unfair that up to now, I'm on the water taxi page right now, and up to now there's no update on the sailing for this afternoon. None. I just refreshed the page just in case I missed it. There is none.
Views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Join Pastor Kelvin Heinerine and friends for The Way, The Truth, The Life Radio Ministry, a Church of God ministry, live on the Street 919 FM from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This and every Sunday on the Street 919 FM. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father except through me. John chapter 14, verse 6. For further information, contact 686-3845-349-5178 or 342-7303.
Conscious Talk, where we are at and where we are going. After a storm, there is a calm. Where there is darkness, light follows. Where there is evil, good overcometh. It's Conscious Talk with Steve Antoine. Every Thursday from 10:25 a.m. to 10:55 a.m. It's Conscious Talk. Conscious Talk.
Tune into the Street 91.9 FM
every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Showinau Thomas.
The scripture says, and they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in.
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Sherwin R. Thomas on the Street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Blessings in the wonderful name of Jesus. My name is Nikki Garcia, and you are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 in the morning on the Street 919 FM radio. Here, Pastor Helen Garcia and my husband, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. Tune in and prepare to be blessed.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
Good about I'm looking like a real bad.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from Kings Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-595-281-4723 or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Hey, that boat I look like it's not well.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Just despair everywhere, everywhere. Oh Lord, tell me, what about love thy neighbor? Tell me, what about he ain't heavy, he's my brother. Nobody cares a damn anymore. All they got on their mind is war, war. Tell me, what about equal rights and justice? Tell me, what about love and happiness?
This is Caribbean Vibe.
Man create his own monster. Weapons of damnation and disaster. No sign at all of human rights. The day has turned into night. Is racialism so? And segregation so? Which way is left to go? I don't know. Love thy neighbor. Tell me, what about he ain't heavy, he's my brother. Nobody cares a damn anymore. All they got on their mind is war, war. Tell me, what about equal rights and justice? Tell me, what about peace and happiness? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give it. Hey, negotiations breaking down is a whole big run around. A lot of talk is what goes on, while the world is left to mourn. Starvation taking toll, weapons out of control, the atmosphere is cold. Love thy neighbor.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world, the Street 919fm.com. News from the Street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 12 o'clock news on the Street 919 FM and online, Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, a security officer is crushed to death by a falling gate. PTSC bus drivers resume work after strike action in San Fernando. Immigration officers stay off the job at Piaco Airport after having been paid overtime since 2019. And internationally, U.S. prices are rising at the fastest rate for 40 years. And now the news in detail. A security officer was killed when a gate fell on him while at work this morning. 40-year-old Stephen Noriega of Five Rivers, Aruca, was reportedly at work in El Socorro around 3 a.m. when his supervisor said he was unable to get into contact with Noriega and called the police. When officers from the Barataria police station went to the workplace, they found Noriega pinned beneath an iron gate. He was said to be unresponsive and bleeding from a wound to the head. It is believed that the security officer was making his rounds, checking the compound when the gate fell on him. PTSC bus drivers working the San Fernando route are back out to work following a protest yesterday. The company said it has reached an agreement with the Transport and Industrial Workers Union to avoid further protest. PTSC Chairman Edwin Gooding said following a meeting between management and the union, the service had resumed. The bus drivers were protesting outstanding health and safety issues. And immigration officers at the Piarco International Airport stayed off the job earlier this week in protest over the non-payment of overtime. According to reports, there was chaos at the airport on Monday night when only one of the 16 to 20 immigration officers turned up for work. President of the Public Service Association, Leroy Batiste, said some immigration officers have not been paid overtime since 2019. He said more than half of the positions within the immigration division were still vacant, resulting in immigration officers at Piarco International Airport being required to work additional shifts. He said the workers have come to a conclusion that they will not continue to work overtime if they are not being paid for it. Acting Commissioner of Prisons, Diopasad Ramatar, has confirmed that 3 prisoners are currently being treated at hospital for suspected tuberculosis. The inmates were reportedly housed at the Port of Spain prison. Initial reports were that 5 inmates were hospitalized and others were falling ill. However, Ramatar said the situation is not out of control as being reported. He noted that this is not the first time there has been tuberculosis in the prison, noting that there is no epidemic. Tuberculosis is caused by a bacterial infection that spreads through inhaling tiny droplets from the coughs or sneezes of an infected person. It mainly affects the lung, but it can affect any part of the body, including the abdomen, glands, bones, and nervous system. Its symptoms include a persistent cough that lasts more than 3 weeks, weight loss, high temperature, tiredness and fatigue, loss of appetite, and swelling in the neck. Finally, on the international scene, prices in the U.S. are rising at their fastest rate for more than 40 years due to petrol and food costs remaining high. The latest figures from the U.S. Labor Department show inflation, the rate at which prices rise, hit 9.1% in the 12 months to June and increased by 1.3% from May alone. According to the data, the U.S. inflation rate is now at its highest level since November 1981. Prices in the U.S. have been rising since late last year due to supply chain disruption from COVID and higher food prices caused by severe weather. The war in Ukraine has also pushed up commodity prices globally. And that was the 12 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM and online, Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines, a security officer is crushed to death by a falling gate. PTSC bus drivers resume work after strike action in San Fernando. Immigration officers stay off the job at Piarco Airport after having been paid overtime since 2019. And internationally, U.S. prices are rising at the fastest rate for 40 years. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. I am Vanessa Thomas.
street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
Entertainment, information, conversation. All on Street 91.9 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
Bang your belly. I don't understand why you can't keep it real with the black man. Keep it real. The lion they fake and you can't trust none of them. Let me tell you about that you friend of me, that you friend of me, that you friend of me, that you friend of me. Quick to sell you out, nobody nasty like them. Let me tell you about that you friend of me, that you friend of me, that you friend of me, that you friend of me. They will pretend to build you up, that's right, just to pull you down. They will set you up, that's right, for you to lose your crown. If you fool me once, then shame on you, shame on you. And if you fool me again, then shame on me. And then we don't rock with them. Go away, rock so, rock away. Better rock so, rock so, rock so. Go away, rock so, rock away, go away. Go away, rock so, rock away. Better rock so, rock so, rock so. Go away, rock so, rock away. They will tell you they love you, but they lie. Let me tell you about that you friend of me, that you friend of me, that you friend of me, that you friend of me. Don't pretend to have my back, you're not fooling I. Let me tell you about that you friend of me, that you friend of me, that you friend of me, that you friend of me. They will come around you, that's right, and suck out your eye. Then they will disappear, that's right, when you need a blind. If you fool me once, then shame on you, shame on you. And if you fool me again, then shame on me. And then we don't rock with them. Go away, rock so, rock away. Better rock so, rock so, rock so. Go away, rock so, rock away, go away. Go away, rock so, rock away. Better rock so, rock so, rock so. Go away, rock so, rock away. The lion they fake and you can't trust none of them. Let me tell you about that you friend of me, that you friend of me, that you friend of me, that you friend of me. Quick to sell you out, nobody nasty like them. Let me tell you about that you friend of me, that you friend of me, that you friend of me, that you friend of me. They will pretend to build you up, that's right, just to pull you down. They will set you up, that's right, for you to lose your crown. If you fool me once, then shame on you, shame on you. And if you fool me again, then shame on me. And then we don't rock with them. Go away, rock so, rock away. Better rock so, rock so, rock so. Go away, rock so, rock away, go away. Go away, rock so, rock away. Better rock so, rock so, rock so. Go away, rock so, rock away.
Same trap. Oh, when will mankind learn to see that the further we stray from Jehovah's roadmap is the more we invite in misery. There's no better way in this world for peace and total rest. Tried and tested, Christ's way is the best. No philosophy, no creed could ever supersede what the Holy Bible, wonderful oracle, showing the people. Oh yeah, and two shall be in the field, one shall be taken. Oh yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Every stone shall be upturned and false. while God's truth and his people are lifted high. Yeah. The Father never needed religion or systems of it. His word stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's promises changes never. And true government is when God leads the leader. Lead them on, yeah. True government is when God leads my leaders. Oh, oh yeah. Serious thing now. Well, hear the message in the rhythm. Oh yeah. Problem number one is so plain and simple. Religion, it has sentenced God to death. With falsehood and folly, they blindfold simple people for power and the profit that they get. Some would burn you at the stake, rack you and wheel you out for mere denial or even doubt. With violence and bribery they try. Is your soul they want to buy? But Jesus said, come freely, all who labor and are weary, come rest in me. Christ say, rest in me. And I say, two shall be in the field, one shall be chosen. Oh yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Man, every stone shall be upturned and false government shaken, while God's truth and his people are lifted high, so high. The Father never needed religion or systems of earth. His truth stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's statutes changes never. No man, true government is when God leads my leaders. Oh, oh yeah, true government is when God instructing the leader. You're listening to the Father. Oh, oh, oh. Will hear me lament for true government, from the president to the parliament, transforming the government, yeah. Affecting the vagrant on the pavement. We want a leader that is heaven sent. Oh, oh, oh. Mathematicians, physicians, politicians, atheists, etc. deny God or decide to just patronize. Hey, they tolerate Christianity as just a social matter, to bury, for marriage, and to baptize. Hey man, check the first two presidents of the United States of America. They were Orthodox, practicing Christians, because the mysteries of God's plan are nonsense to carnal man. The master say walk by faith, never to extrapolate, cause he's too great. I know he's too great. And I say two shall be in the field, one shall be chosen. Yeah, yeah. Two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Man, every stone shall be upturned and false government shaken to the root, while God's truth and his people are lifted high, so high. The Father never needed religion or systems of earth. No, his word stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's statutes changes never. Oh man, true government is when God leading the leader, instructing the leader. We want a government that's tried and true to represent me and you from the Christian crew. Without a word from God, what we gonna do? We want a man from the chosen few. Oh, 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 oh. Somebody love somebody. That is when God leads the leader. It was always true messengers of God's salvation who ruled over the earth's political fate. Oh yeah, but now thanks to the emergence of secular humanism, they separating the church from the state. Ask King David, Joshua, Samuel, Solomon, all these great folks. The new government without God is guesswork. without prophetic words to guide. The leader bound to slip and slide. So you know when all is said and done, they got to know the Holy One to lead my generation, my congregation. Two shall walk in the field, one shall be chosen. Yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Man, every stone shall be upturned and false doctrine shaken, while God's truth and His people are lifted high. So high, the Father never needed religion or systems of us. No, His word stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's promises changes never. No man true government is when God leading the leader. He leading the region. He leading my nation, my generation, with a word for reformation. Me what the congregation sing, yeah. True government is when God leads my leader. When Jehovah Nissi in charge of it, we go have a brighter future for we generations, for we children, We hang our heads in shame. We ask who's to blame for this morass of moral decay. Leadership gone through, the police in a stew, and the talking heads will have a field day. But tell me, what are our social values? And tell me, how do we judge success? By a man's car, his clothes and his shoes. That is how we measure progress. I see they building skyscraper, things of stone and steel, hoarding stacks of blue paper, things that men can steal, but no one takes the time, no time to build character. No, we're taking time, no time building character, and that is we don't fall. Empires of old, with their silver and gold, now mere footnotes on a history page. The Colosseums of Rome, with all their columns and domes, are memories of a bygone age. Listen, the Greeks and Romans had their orgies, days and nights cavorting in lust. But soon to plagues of locusts and disease, they were crumbling into dust. Yet we building skyscraper, walls of steel and stone, and now the talk is computer. Man even making clone, but no one taking time, no time to build character. No, we're taking time, no time to build character, and that is we don't fall. We teach children from small, the winner takes all. There is no consolation when you lose, and then we act surprised when the world shows no compromise. But that is the very road that we choose. So come on, make my days now in fashion. Magnum logic, attack with full force. Now the children kill without compassion, and go to meet the hangman with no remorse. But we building skyscraper, walls of steel and stone using 9mm to cross pulp and bone, but no one taking time, no time to build character. No one takes the time, no time building character. Man, that is we don't call. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is an embarrassment to any people. And no deal can sign until you first assign which pockets to line and go walk it back. And so we learn to grease with consummate ease the hand of every turnkey and party hack. And men whose forte lies in bubble, we herald with wonderment and all. And then we ask in each editorial, what's eating this country at its core? Yet we building skyscraper, things of stone and steel, rotten egg in gift paper. Nice to watch, but do not feel. But no one taking time, no time to build character. No one takes the time, no time to build character, and that is we don't Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
No one take the time to build character. That is Mr. Sean Daniel. And the name of the song is Character, if you wanted to know. So I'm back with you, Trinidad and Tobago. It's already 12:26. And I wanted to touch on an issue that, you know, I think most persons, most people are talking about today. One of the things that people are talking about today. I just wanted to also highlight that from the 30th of September, if you have any paper notes of the British pounds, like £20 paper note or £50 paper note, if you have any of those, try to get rid of it, because on the 30th of September, it will no longer be legal tender. So you have to kind of take it to the bank and get rid of it really quick, because it's not going to be legal tender after the 30th of September. I just got wind of it while I just saw it on their Facebook page, the United Kingdom Facebook page. I just saw it there, so I said, let me just give you that information, because I know that will be valid for some people to know that you would not be able to use the paper note, £20, and the £50 note. You would not be able to use them as legal tender after September. All right? So this is what I wanted to touch on today. One of the things I wanted to talk on quickly, and I wanted to hear your views on it, is the apology. I'm seeing where there is an apology coming forth. Also, there is a discussion. People are kind of questioning what is going on at Massey stores, where you're seeing these exorbitant prices on vegetables. All right, you're seeing these exorbitant prices on vegetables, and we saw where Massey stores would have come out and make a statement on it. But there are some people who are questioning. You know, there are some people who are questioning. I have some question. People are asking some questions about the price. And I don't know how many of you would have looked at the news and who would have seen it plenty on social media. There's a lot about it on social media, on the price of a melangen. I don't know how many of you saw it. The price of a melangen. Some people are just telling you what some people are saying. Some people saying, yeah, what? There is somebody in Massey stores who's using this as an opportunity for politicking to make people feel that food prices in Trinidad is very exorbitant. So I want you to come on the live. Look at it. What's this? A pomegranate fruit. All right. Look at this. Look at the price of this. You have to come on the live to see this, right? Look at the price. You see the price? $168.17 for a pomegranate fruit. Well, I know it as well, the saying is that dragon fruit, but if you cut it open, I grew up doing it as pomegranate. But if you come on the live, you'll see. Look how much for this fruit. Come and see how much of this fruit now. Please come on the live and see how much for this fruit. $169.17. I don't know. Somebody, please. But they're saying that this is some employee up to no good. What is your thoughts on this? Look at it. Look at this. You tell me. Huh? Come on the live and see it now, man. Come on the live and see. And tell me what is your thoughts. All right, come on the live and see and tell me what. All right, so I made a mistake. It's the dragon fruit. But I want you to come on the live and see. Look at the price. But you think that was all? Look at the price of this. Cauliflower. Look at the price of this cauliflower. Huh? You tell me. Okay, somebody said, Pastor Google, I saw that fruit at JTA for $44 this week. Okay. And the same fruit now at Massey stores. You saw how much for it? Someone is saying, I saw the same fruit for $50. On the inside of the road, on the side of the road. Okay. Dragon fruit normally sells at 50 pounds. Okay. All right. But is it that these people something is but what's happening here? What's going on? So I want you to tell me, what are your thoughts about this? So I'm showing you the price. So you can see the price, $168. $168. Somebody says a misprint. So the question is asked, if it's a misprint, the people who bought it, is Massey putting out a notification or a memo asking people who would have purchased the things at those prices, is Massey asking people to come back and to give them a rebate? Just asking. Don't know. Something just to think about. Right? So that's the price I'm seeing these food prices going at. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, I used to shop at Massey.
No, I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about Massey. You know, I just want to talk about.
I'm just telling you, I used to shop at them for the point. Yes, I used to shop at them, but I don't feel that price right. Honestly, some mistake make this.
Well, that's what they're saying.
Yeah, some mistake make this. They're very expensive, but you get quality. You get quality by them. You get points where you need your points, and you get gift aid, or you could buy grocery with the points. I used to do that. I tell you, but I see some mistakes made there with those prices. Okay?
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, only callers and listeners on 91.9 and constructive stuff. At the end of the day, what I've seen with this Pastor Google, whether or not it's a mistake or not, we see what is happening globally with food prices. This is where consumers, again, have to take charge of what they're buying. Even if that is the price, you have a choice, you don't buy it. And if that's not the price, is a mistake, you still have a choice, don't buy. And if you find something, the price looks ridiculous, your right is to call for the manager or somebody in charge to question what is this, what is happening. Take the tears like everybody else. We love Facebook, we love social media, put it out there. We can't just, I saw this as a mistake and all that, but good grief. So probably all the things that we see in ridiculous price on probably is a mistake they're making too. Or is it somebody deliberately doing that to make people really get kind of scared and concerned and say, oh God, look at the prices. What is happening? How could a mistake like that be made? I don't understand that. And that it is picked up until when somebody make it known. So they're not walking the counters. They have people dedicated to certain areas who are in charge of produce, who are in charge of this. They're not looking and making sure that these things are in order. And I'll just end my saying again, we have a choice. If things are too expensive, too ridiculous, we make choices, we cut on certain things, we implement other things that are cheaper. Let us start and use this opportunity now in this time where food prices are exorbitant and where we're seeing that the world is heading for some type of crisis where food is concerned. Let us use this opportunity now to do what we have always been saying. Let us come together. Let us see what other foods we could use to complement or to put in place of certain things and see what is most cost effective and what we could eat and we can't eat. I see this as an opportunity, Pastor Google, for us to really take charge as a people with our diet, how we buy, how we eat, and how we shop. You have a blessing. And before I go, Mr. Gervis Warner, I know he was the CEO of Macy's. I know after the incident with the Ramsaran milk, when he would have given the instruction to pull it off and then had to quickly put it back. I haven't been hearing from him for a while. I'm seeing a female now, something different. They put in, she's the CEO of Macy's. So I kind of, looking at the whole thing and want to know if what he done may have cost him his job or probably have him nothing. No, we can't talk and somebody else had to talk. Just ask him. Bye.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I wanted to highlight, so I highlighted the water taxi situation. I also highlighted the situation at Massey stores, right? Let me take this call. Hello, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
I think somebody do those knocking up for spite.
That's what some people are saying, eh? Some people are saying that they believe that, to try to bring some kind of drama to the thing now. Yeah, they put up the prices to make it look as though, hey, look at the food prices, look what's going on.
Somebody do that for surprise. I'm not sure because I remember they take off some of the things that it was shown before and they apologize for it. So there's somebody inside there doing that nonsense.
But do you think that they should the people who purchased it already, do you think that they should ask them to come back with their bill and be recompensated, get some kind of compensation or give them back something?
Of course, give them because and Pastor Google, some of us real stupid people, sorry to say they're real stupid because I don't know why I food for $168. It's something to save my life for us. So you see, the whole thing with some of them people is stupid. But I hope they could get back the money if anybody purchased that at that price. Okay?
Thank you very much. So that's something that I think they need to look into. If you were one of the persons who purchased, the fruit or you purchase, but again, the cauliflower or whatever, I think you should be able to get a rebate or some kind of thing on what you purchase. Buy your vegetables from the farmer's market. And someone send that message on WhatsApp. Buy your vegetables from the farmer's market. Very interesting. Somebody saying Central Team inside. Good afternoon, Central Team. And Mr. Bago. Good afternoon, Mr. Google Tobago on the inside and locked on. And someone is sending a voice note that is downloading. So I'm trying to, when the voice note is downloaded, then I will continue to take your voice note. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Ugo.
Hi, good afternoon.
They are glad to have that Massey store in the Crazy because it's very good and convenient for you to go in the Crazy and buy the one or two things. Because true value is a little expensive. And in back here, down Arangwell, Maraj, they have one or two things to be reasonable. And in El Chico here, by Honeybee and them have a high price thing. I don't know what goes on with them. But I'm glad the masses grocery come in the Crazy to help all people. Because the things just be good. Yeah? Okay then. Well, have a blessed day.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, this is the second time Massey have a bug experience. Do you remember some a while back ago? All the stores were shut down because they had a hacking problem.
Oh, yes.
So I just looking at this thing kind of cookie, you know.
Well, I hear you with the cookie eye, but could it, no, you have brought another aspect here that I didn't think about.
Yeah,
is it that somebody hacked?
So
is it that somebody hacked their pricing machine and putting the wrong prices on these things?
Right now, possible anything is possible right now. You see right now, the mood of the Trinidadian and Tobagonians, how they vex with the authorities here, high food prices, and people accusing certain supermarkets of price gouging. They might never know, you know. Strange things going on in this place. You think if Dr. Rowley alone causing problems in this country? Right now, Joe Biden right now suffering a kind of backlash right now, and he had a contest, the midterm election coming on in November. And that is local government elections, for the US.
All right.
I just look at that,
All right. But whoa. Hello, good afternoon.
Sorry about that, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, what I noticed too at Massey's, because I shop there regularly every day, sometimes the item was on that shelf and they put something else next to it. So if the item is so-and-so price, you will find another item right there. You understand? Like, for instance, if they move an article, they don't move the price. The person who putting up the price, like they leave a price list or something else there before. So it could also be that has been happening quite a few years now, and I keep talking about it. So I don't know if that is worth looking into, because that is happening too often.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, thanks.
All right. So just something that I wanted to hear your views on, and what is your take on that Massey Stores issue? All right.
Good morning. Massey Stores executives have been doing this for decades. Massey Stores has a profit margin of over 50% on almost all their goods. Massey Stores logistics is that they have their own warehouse, they do their own supply to the stores. It's not an external. And because Massey Stores import and buy in bulk, they could afford to have the goods at cheaper prices. There are some things that are cheaper, that is when they bring it in. And many things are more expensive than the average supermarket. Massey Stores have been selling expensive for decades. This is not new. Massy stores sell local products at high prices. Are we saying that the suppliers, the farmers, sell at high prices? Massy stores is all about profit, plain and simple. And Massy stores can't afford to sell at high prices because Trinbagonians are foolish because they don't know what it means to be a consumer. They don't know that Massy stores know that people in Trinidad and Tobago don't understand how to spend the money to get the best prices for the money. Massy stores executives, which are part of the Nila Massy group of the Korean, realize that Trinbagonians would buy anything you give them because everybody wants to look better than the neighbor. It's simple. Simple as that. It are no employee trying to be mischievous for political. Massy stores don't involve themselves in the political tomfoolery of we, the low class people, just want to do. Massy stores don't involve. Massy stores but support UNC, PDP, PNM. So whoever gets into power, they will benefit from government policies. This is how the 1% thinks.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
All right, so I just want to put this out there. Massy Stores is it's a grocery, a conglomerate, whatever. My objective is not to point out Massy Stores to be discussed as a entity. We're talking about the food prices. We're looking at. They said that it was a misprint, right? There are people who only live who are suggesting that, hey, if you think that the price is exorbitant, then go to another place, which is the farmer's market. And I don't want to have this show mainly about people calling in now to bash Massy Stores and talk about... So in other words, now, when you do all of that, when you put Massy Stores on the front burner and you highlight all of that, let's just say Massy Stores decide, well, we advertising nothing but 91, you know. Because what's what the announcer have the caller doing. So you have no go shit advertised by us. You have no business to advertise by us. You understand? My thing is, I wanted to highlight it so that we can objectively just look at it from the standpoint of, okay, they said it's a misprint. All right, and they also, but I am asking, now that it's a misprint and you're saying it's a misprint, are you going to ask the customers who have the misprint home on a bill to come and be, get addressed? Or are you saying, you know what, there's just a misprint, that it happened, it done happen already, let's move on. What is Massy Stores saying now where that is concerned? Again, you see all that semantics that our voice note put us through, and I should have, and as I got pulled up on it, because at the end of the day, while you have the freedom to sit in your home and criticize and dissect and destroy in whatever way you think fit, we still in the media business, we still in the marketing business. And I, as I said, just get pulled up. Sometimes as a listener, you may have your truth, but you have to know how to present your truth. That wouldn't destroy the medium that is allowing you to present your truth. Let's be honest. So clearly, and I just want to thank the person who would have pulled me up on it. Because sometimes you allow people to talk their truth. And in allowing some people to talk the truth, sometimes they go overboard, and you as the announcer, yes, I as the host, have to know when to pull it back. All right? So again, while I understand all what you said, I'm still saying that you have to also remember that we have, we are at a place where you're not going to put the resources here. Straight up. Right? There's an incident that happened in Sandy Grande, which is really sad. DJ killed after party for not playing Gaza and Gunman song in Manzanilla. In Manzanilla. DJ was killed at a bar in Manzanilla. A bar, you understand, on the junction of Manzanilla on Saturday the 9th of July. He got stabbed because a gentleman, 44 years old, a DJ, you know, a young man, 44 years, was stabbed. I'm waiting for it to sink in because he don't want to play Gaza music. Who are you blaming for that? Someone said on somebody saying that that they should ban all them dotish Gaza music. Right? So somebody is suggesting that they ban all that music because why? It is it make it, look at what it reached to. Look at what it reached to. So we're going for the 1 o'clock hour ads. When I come back, I have something really interesting to show you guys. Coming out of Tobago. Miss Tobago, you will be very much interested, and all the Tobago viewers and listeners will be very interested in looking at this, in this story that I have to show. Coming up at the 1 o'clock hour, right after the break. I have an interesting video to show you. And I'm asking, after seeing the results or seeing what happened to this DJ killed by party. DJ killed at party for not playing Gaza and gunman song. What is your view on that? Do you think that the government should ban that music? Some people might say, oh God, that's too drastic because just one foolish man. But do you think that that music is affecting our young people? We have asked this question several times, but now we have an incident where a DJ at a junction of a bar playing music, a young man walks up to him, a young man 30 years old, walk up to him and say to him, he wants him to play X and Y, and he decide that he's not playing it, and you stab him up. Do you think that warrants now the government to review and to think about banning that music? Would you recommend it? Someone is saying on the live, yes. Yes, somebody said. Antoinette? Someone says ban it. Somebody's saying the youth's going mad with this music. Ban it now. Pure devil in hell. Madness. Ban. So we're taking your note of all you're saying on Facebook. A smart government who cares about country and its people will ban it. Somebody's saying bad. So we're taking your votes on Facebook and on YouTube. You can come on Facebook and on YouTube. Remember, you can join me on the Street 919 FM Facebook page and also on YouTube, Iwer TV. And I'll take your calls when I come back about what you think. Should they ban this music? Seeing what happened to this gentleman refusing to play gunman music. He was stabbed several times and died. What do you think? And Mr. Bago, I have a video to show. When I come back, I want to hear your views and Tobagonians' views on it. So join me after the break. Don't touch your dial. Don't come off the live. I am Google with you until 2 o'clock. All right? Stay right here. Just have 1 hour with you again. I hope that you do stay with me and get into the conversation today. Constructive talk with me, Pastor Google, right here on the Street 919 FM.
Make sure that I'm on time. through it. If you know you're ready. Shoot up like a rocket, we will disappear. Up in the okay. If you got less violence, fasten up the seatbelt, get ready. And if the devil has set me riding away, I took from navigate, I'm ready to maneuver. We up in the air, now we flying away. Taking off, taking off, taking off, taking flying away. Taking off, taking off, taking off. Second verse, you up here, you see everything. See trouble from a mile, you know how to swing. Tell Satan, take the time. And if we come to there, we go eat them raw. If you know you're ready. Shoot up like a rocket, people is prepared. Go up and at it. Wow, wow. If he got test, fasten up, get ready. And if the devil upset, we coming away. So come navigate, and ready to maneuver. We up in the air, now we flying away. Taking off, taking off, taking off, taking flying away. Taking off, taking off, taking off. Look, say it's simple, isn't it? How we live my bars, then I show my ticket. Make sure that I'm on time, I can do this. And it's only prayer that can help me through it. If you know you're ready. Shoot up like a rocket, people in the bed, up and at it. Wow, wow, wow. Fasten up, get ready, and make the devil upset me. So come navigate, and ready to maneuver. We up in the air now, we're running away. Taking off, taking off, taking off, taking running away. Taking off, taking off, taking off. Look, get it. In your home, see what we're to do. We say taking off. We want to mash up some things in the home, eh? Then before I go, I'm doing this before I go. We're going to mash up the thing and then we're doing this before we go. No, no, no. Leave it right here. So this is what we're doing. Mash it up, I tell you. 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 Mash it up, mash it up, I tell you. Mash it up, mash it up, mash it up, mash it up, mash it up. This is mash it up. What? Mash it up, mash it up. Pull it down, I set up. Pull it down, I set up. Pull it down.
Every Friday, it's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays with MC Duke and Selector Kochi from 6 straight to 9 p.m. blazing all the latest and past soca hits. So remember, make it a line, make it a day, rock and come in, you know. It's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays on the Street 919 FM. Don't know.
Shalom. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under commanding General Yohana will be on the street 91.9 FM every Monday from 7:05 p.m. to 8 p.m. bringing you the truth according to the Bible. The ISUPK is a non-profit faith-based community organization that will respond to the plagues that's affecting blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. We also have programs such as education, both adult and youth, food distribution, rehabilitation, both drug and alcohol, mentoring, counseling, and spiritual support. Remember, tune in every Monday on 91.9 FM, 7:05 p.m. Shalom.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as Nano Silver, Nano Zinc, Body Light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108. Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle every Monday from 9:05 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. right here on the Street 919 FM.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. right here on the street 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God. God's word direct from his throne room in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much? Good about I'm looking like it real bad.
Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion leaving from King's Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy leaving from Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959 to 814723 or email us at coralvisiontt@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Hey, that boat, I look like it's not well.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Check out the Children's Hour Worship Ministry of the Word and the Family Forum every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You every Friday evening from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the Street 919 FM, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He had showeth thee, O main, and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. In the name of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly. For further information, call 753-1133 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Share the live.
Share the live.
The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram.
Share the live.
Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
All right, so I'm back with you, Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you for staying with me, and thank you for staying on the live. If you, some people are responding on the live. There was a very interesting question I was asked on the live, and I must say that's a good question. Somebody was asking, can the artists, or can they take legal action or legal pushback? The artists can, if we were to take the position, and I wanted to put it in a twofold question. Somebody's asking, can there be legal pushback by the artist? Meaning, can the artist decide, okay, so you want to ban my song? I have freedom of, what is his expression of freedom of, I'm trying to remember the act, but could the artist decide, hey, you want to ban my music? And could they take legal action against the state for banning their music? Also, I believe a mother sent a message on the Facebook Live asking, Pastor Google, my son also plays music, and I am always, encouraging him, because this Gaza or Trini bad music, is an issue. It's really being an issue. It's an issue. It's an issue. Somebody say music gets banned all in other parts of the world. All right, why not in Trinidad and Tobago? Understand? Regarding, okay, somebody saying freedom of expression. That is what they could claim, that we are fighting their freedom of expression. So it's an interesting discussion, very interesting discussion, and it's something that we need to get more into. We need to look into it. I don't know, but the story is a sad story, where a 44-year-old man lost his life because he refused to play this. So somebody is saying ban for the sake of our children and our Lord Father. Ban, the person said ban it. Look, they said, look, they ban Buju song. Boom, bye, bye. True. Yeah, I hear you. So there are people who saying ban it. Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
East side like caption, so she bring 100 hot girl. She love Batman. Batman.
Yeah, that's the music. Hello, good afternoon.
Sorry.
Ooh.
She love Batman. She love and don't fret me, we make your man have to run away.
Someone is saying freedom of expression. Where is the right of the person to play what he wants in a party? That's true. Well, wow. Somebody saying and they ban Soca Baptist. Okay, I hear you. The DJ have his choice too. Very true. So the question is, while I understand all of what you all are saying, and clearly a lot of you on the live really are for banning this kind of music.
124 hashtag. East side like caption, so she bring 100 hot girl. She love Batman. Batman. She love Batman. She love Batman.
Someone is saying rubbish music is not freedom of expression. That is Lord Father. Okay, all right. Let me change the topic. You see, and worse than I can't read some of the things that you all are putting up on Facebook. I can't read it. Oh Lord, I can't read it. All right. So I want to show you all this video. Join me on Facebook and on YouTube. Come on live. All right. All right, so come on live and join me on the Street 919 FM Facebook page. I want to show you this story. I don't know how many of you picked up on this story. It was a story that was done by Liz. Is this her name? A reporter from Tobago. I want to show you this story. Liz Williams. I want to show you this because I think I don't want it to go over your head, and I don't want you to miss it. I really don't want you to miss this story. So come on live, look at this, listen to this story. It's a story that is coming out of Tobago. All right, I think some of us need to see this and hear this and understand what's happening in Tobago. Some of us are totally ignorant and aware of what's happening in Tobago. So join me on the live. Remember, you can join me on the Street 919 FM Facebook page, also on Iwer TV on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining me. I see you coming on the live on YouTube. So let's go straight into this story. All right, when I saw it today in my inbox, I really said I wanted to play it for you today. Listen to this.
The issue of politicking and saying that people are underpaying them and so on, I want to make it absolutely clear. We work with all administrations. We do not do handouts. We do our work by public tenders. We stand up to scrutiny. So do not paint us if you are aware that there are people who had political handouts. That's not Parks International. And we're simply saying, if that's your mindset, then you need to separate the sheep from the goats.
Director Parks International, Mrs. Janet Parks, told the TV6 that the economy in Tobago is at a crawl.
Just think about the hardwares. So you shut down construction, automatically you shut down the hardwares. You automatically shut down the service stations because they need fuel. You automatically shut down a lot of businesses. So this is not a personal vendetta. This is not a personal vendetta against any politician. We're simply appealing to you to do the right thing and to do it now.
Managing Director Parks International Limited, Patrick Parks, told the TV6 News that his company feels disrespected by the THA and is awaiting word from Chief Secretary Fali Augustine on when they would be paid for work done.
We were told blatantly by someone in the political directorate that if it was left to them, they'd be upset. So we have these type of challenges. It feels like a total disrespect for Tobago businesses and us as contractors. We have put in our own resources, our own funding. We have taken loans to ensure that these works were completed. Persons are out there enjoying these facilities or these projects that we have done out of our own resources.
Mrs. Parks said the credibility of their company continues to be eroded with increased debts.
Then we have our employees. We don't want our employees to go without. So what have we done? We have gone back to our bankers. We have increased our debt load to ensure that our employees are not without food. They can pay their bills. They could pay their electricity, their phone. They could buy school books and uniforms for the children. They could pay transportation. Right, but how much more can we carry that debt?
Mr. Parks is making this appeal to the Chief Secretary.
So what I'm just doing is appealing on good chief to make a payment to us as contractors so that we can keep our business running, right? And yes, I'm on Jen. Come in again, July 1 Jen has its own challenges. We have all our loans to pay, right? We have suppliers to pay, creditors to pay. We have our statutory bills to continue to pay. We have a lot of bills. Every month that passes is low interest. You wouldn't want to hear the kind of interest that has been paid every month and penalties.
The couple spoke with TV6 in Scarborough. 2 weeks ago, Chief Secretary Fali Augustine told the TV6 News that contractors owed millions by the THA would be called in individually and provided with commitment letters as due diligence continues in the matter. Elizabeth Williams, TV6 News.
So that was Elizabeth Williams, TV6 News. I want to thank her very much for that report that we could show you what's happening in Tobago. What's happening in Tobago. And it's sad, but what can we say? What can we say to these things? So seeing some of you still talking about the situation with the contractors, not the contractors, the music, and some of you are saying that, you think that it should be banned and it's something that the government should look into. I hear you. I hear you. So going to the phone lines, let me take some of your calls. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Papa G. Sorry about the feedback just now. I apologize. Years ago, maybe about 10, 12 years ago, I zeroed in on that and was calling radio stations to ask them more vibes. I met up a Jamaican girl in the taxi service some years ago. When I was a little younger. And the music that was playing, she watched the radio, stare at the deck, then watch me in my face, stare at me, watch at the radio again, and she says, "Excuse me, do you know none of that music could play in Jamaica?" Because the ministers and them just run up on the artists and them and ask them what vibes with all their ways, all their scene. We trying to control the violence in this country, a little beyond that. And I don't want to gossip, but I think most of the music, most of the rubbish that is playing in Trinidad and Tobago cannot play on the airways. And yes, it should be banned. And I've been calling for a ban of these things on public airways for the longest while. Get the youths and them, hire some youths to identify what is the violence, nonsense music and ban it immediately. But you know what has happened? All them DJ and them just defend one another. As you started talking about urban DJ and the destruction that they're helping to cause in the country, the DJs and them just jump up by choice and freedom of expression. In closing, freedom of expression to express what? That come like when Watson Duke was they talk to the Wassa workers and they're talking about freedom of speech. Freedom of speech to say what? So I must come and reel up a set of people with my freedom of speech to cause violence and mayhem in the country, and that is what is happening with the music. Ban it. Thank you, Pastor Google.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, you're not there. All right, so taking your calls, 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791. Mano.
Yes, Pastor Google. Good afternoon. The ban from dog in America for singing that tune with Sam Stone. They ban him completely of the Iranian song from him in America. He has had the same club and all kind of things. You can't take all of it obvious for things that song. Why they can't ban, and they ban Mimi from Sparrow. They ban a lot of songs. So why you can't ban a song that is causing destruction in the country? Because the youth following anything that they hear now, they're not even hearing prayers home in the house. So they say no prayers, all they hear is violence, some more about and took him this and took him that, all kind of thing. Ban it completely because it's a destructive thing that is any kind of music that's going on here in place today. Good afternoon, friend Tobago.
Well, good afternoon.
Blessed day to you, Pastor Google.
Good day, sir. How are you?
What you were saying?
I said, how are you?
Well, by the grace of God, he's the boss. He does handle my problem. The mighty God does handle my little problems. Anyhow, Pastor, Rashoti, let me know they take God out of the curriculum. So you see all that kind of music very disturbing, and the fella say on his speech, we all fall. Well, we living up to this present day and them dying. They dying by the 10s and the 9s and the 20s because they don't listen, and as the old saying goes, who don't hear the spirit. That music, boy, it's just like the UNC. I doctor as usual. I'm God. It's no good.
All right. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor Google. When you ask what could you say about the Tobago experience, they will have to experience it the hard way. They were told what will happen, not could happen, what will happen with a PDP led by Watson Solomon Drew if they are allowed to take over, to rule the THA. We told them what will happen, and they felt that they had enough of 21 years of stable governance by the PNM, and they wanted this chaos and chaotic situation where young people get a chance. All I see is a set of people who mature and elderly, not young, get in the high position friend, family, girlfriend, side chick, this chick, and all kind of chick. That will be here coming out of Tobago. With regards to that situation with the DJ who was killed because he refused to play a certain type of music, I too understand the need for freedom of expression because I myself am into the arts. However, there are limitations to freedom of expression. It's the same way that if you walk down the road nakedness and all that is against the law, you could be charged for it. But if you have your private part covered and as a woman, the areola of your breast covered, you could walk down the road like that, you will not get charged. So there are limitations to everything. It's the same way with music and all that. In Australia, they have a commission that is set up to deal with freedom of expression, and there are limitations to that expression. So I think this is something our country could look into. Look at how Australia have developed their own, or any other country that has limitations to this freedom of expression, and probably see if you could do something, because you cannot have music or any expression that will incite people to commit harm or do injury to others. That limitation there must be put on that. But we must be free to express how we feel, whether in music, song or dance. But we must be conscious of the fact that as everything else, everything is so free. So you have a blessed one, Pastor Google.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, it's very sad to hear what happened to the DJ guys. But I am telling you, my days of playing music, sometimes they used to want one tune played 5 times. I used to play it for them. But what I'm saying, we didn't have that kind, we used to have some kind of nice rockers and reggae music. The kind of music that they hear now. We never used to have that music in my days of playing music, eh? But I used to play music, what do people want? Anything they ask for, sometimes they ask for one tune 5 times. I played for them. I used to do it, but it's very sad to hear the kind of music what they're playing now. I definitely don't like that type of music. It's crazy, real crazy. I don't like it at all, at all, at all, at all. Okay, Pastor Google?
All right.
Okay.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Google. Pastor Google, them music should be banned. Like it's like Gunman in the Hole and all kind of stuff, that should be banned. And this is put out special law in place for playing it. That's on?
All right, thank you very much.
Hello,
good afternoon.
Pleasant good afternoon to you, Pastor Google.
Hey, easy man self.
Good afternoon to the listeners.
Listen to your song now, this is your song, yeah? You tell me what is this? Wait now. What's that? What's that? You tell me. What's that?
That is something to take with me for an exchange. Because in my day, I used to play calypso, slows, and disco. Right? That's what I don't understand what you fellas saying there. You understand? That is something foreign. And anybody playing that, I mean, they have to buy that from foreigner, taking away foreign exchange from the country. Yeah, well, yeah, and you go hear the youths and them talk, singing that and...
Somebody said he like wap madness.
Yeah, but people will kill for that. As you have seen.
Yes.
You understand? So if a man could leave home because he going to a party and he going premeditated with a weapon and say, if I don't hear this tune in this party, somebody go dead. You understand? And he going to a party and he hearing the tune and he walk up to the DJ and say, hey, you have to play my tune, dog. And the man say, well, boy, me really ain't playing that kind of music, you know. He say, eh? So what do you think happening? Not me, brother. In our time, it was a little nice, slow music, a little dance music, a little disco, you know, a little slow, a little calypso. You understand? So what is that? And I want you know something that has lyrics in it? I'd love to see the lyrics to that tune. You understand? I'd love to see the lyrics to that. But my issue, my concern is this. Sister Jenny spoke about it a short while ago. And on this same station, Pastor, Tobagonians were warned. You can't have a man who never see more than $10,000 in his life. And now, because he has to pay certain people countless millions of dollars, coming and making the excuse that the documentation was not properly done. If you go to the bank, according to Mr. Parks and Mrs. Parks, if you go to the bank to borrow money to complete a particular job, you have to show evidence to the bank that you are in fact doing so. The bank can go take the money and give it to you because you on a say so. You understand? So he is using this party stupidness to indicate that he go pay when he decides because he going Barbados for your body. You understand? And nothing happening in Tobago. You hear anything from Haddad? Martin George is talking nothing Tobago. He ain't talking about what's going on in Trinidad. Nothing Tobago he talking about. And this is his stupidity, and the Tobagonians were warned. Now you have Mr. and Mrs. Sparks sitting down there, no activity, and cannot meet the payments to the commitments to the banks and to a certain extent the workers. And that is where we are in Tobago today. Nothing is, not me said, Mrs. Sparks said, Tobago is at a standstill. Nothing is going on. But you were hearing Haddad all the time before, talking about what the government things stall in Tobago, things stall, nothing going on, Tobago dead. When Pushwati was talking that same thing too, blaming the government because everything dead in Tobago. Today, it really dead. You ain't anybody saying it dead? Eh? Where Haddad mouth now? Huh? Where the UNC mouth? No. Everything nice in Tobago now. Everything good. And they have a man across in Trinidad and Tobago, in Trinidad, doing nefarious things that I would ask the acting commissioner of police about. And these are the things that are going wrong in this country. And we are allowing it to go that way. And nobody is. And people who are supposed to get up and talk, not getting up and talk, Pastor. And that is the problem we have in Trinidad and Tobago today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your call. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good day.
Hi, good day.
Hey, good day, Pastor. How you doing?
I'm okay.
I wanna fill in on this is Central caller.
Yeah, caller, go ahead.
Yeah. First time caller. The music you're talking about, right? You're very correct. You see the negative that we see in music right now.
Yeah.
It's not good because but let me be honest with you. I'm 43 years old, going on 44.
Right.
I still listen to dub. Dub music. That was to me that was live music. We will not see the violent thing, happening. But then the lyric coming out. Now my genre of music changed. I listen to heavy metal. And then you say heavy metal is evil music. Then again, people don't understand the genre of the music. My point is, the music, when you're telling somebody to go and shoot this one and guts on the ground, and that kind of music that which our youth should be listening to.
But my thing is, right? No. Listen to this, right? I grew up in the era with what's the name again, boy? How you say Capleton? Capleton was in my. I was telling him I was in my 30s.
Yeah.
40s. We're talking about this man. Oh gosh, call on him.
I'm gonna tell you
Super Cat and them.
Dan Dada.
Real gunman
typewriter.
Yeah, real gunman tune. No, listen, let's be honest, eh?
No, well,
back in our time,
there was that it's about cat value adan that we think two step at the boy with the bomber we live in the Japan front teeth with the hammer.
Right. So listen to me. Listen to this. Right.
They're right now.
Right. So listen to this. Let's be honest. Back in our time, the music used to have an effect on us. The music had a terrible effect on us in the way we will interact and in the way we will behave. What say that the music today would not have that same effect?
But Google me has seen that if you want to say right now, the music right now, I'm not saying general music is wrong, you know. I love the conscious. I hear real conscious. But you see when they say pick up a gun and that ain't making sense.
No, that's making sense. It's making sense. Yeah. And the music and
then on top the radio stations promoting that.
Yeah.
Going and jam. No, here we're going straight out. You could sue me. You could sue me. I'll give my number. You could sue me. What you going on? When this woman sing and she went in a school and singing that.
Yes, the adults would have made a big noise about it.
There? What she promoted.
Yes. I remember that very, very well. And Kola, you are so right. And I think this need to be. You see, I think next week we're gonna have. Let's have a real discussion about this. Let's have a proper discussion about this.
My genre is heavy rock, right? And we have a little problem in our community with rock music. And I say our community means that we love the music so much that we fail to realize where we at and where we going and what it mean. Music is a unique.
Yeah, exactly. All right, call me on WhatsApp whenever you get. Whose volume is that so loud? Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pastor Go.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Well, the gentleman say that he like heavy rock. But you know, in all the genres of music, the main thing that draws us is melody and rhythm.
Right.
The lyrics sometimes just lead you astray.
Right.
Because you could be listening to a nice rock tune, and when they tell you they're on the highway to hell, you drop it right there. And in the same avenue, all the different styles that we have, whether it's conscious and things, a lot of them promote ideals. And some of these ideals are not on strong foundation. And this is what corrupts the mind of the uninitiated. They don't have enough awareness or knowledge in their consciousness to actually make sense of the nonsense that they have to sift through in life.
Yeah.
So we have to go and face this thing head on. You know, you could say ban this and ban that, but we have so much things that corrupt the mind within society. It's a monumental task.
Yep.
Right?
Thank you very much.
And we have very few people who are fighting the fight.
Yeah.
Right. You have a good evening, Pastor.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, hello, good afternoon, Pastor. We had calypso that was banned not only because of criminal lyrical content, but also straightforward sexual.
Yes.
Right. There were
that sound from Crazy.
Crazy, the one with
with Paul, the one with Paul.
Yes, and you had the one with 4 card, right? Well, I had a hand in it before my gospel writing. I had a hand in that concept where they want me for the telephone card, right?
Right.
That was banned. And then you had one by this guy called what the guy
but
from.
Is it that the people who are in charge of looking out or listening out for those double entendre and those outright disrespectful music, are they still around?
No,
who are the people who are in charge of that?
The media had what they call it. They have a media I forget the name of it, within the arms of the media, right? But what is happening, the calypso or whatever genre comes blatant. There's no double answer no more. Because let's say, for instance, drunk and disorderly, nothing was wrong with it. It wasn't banned. Neither Soca Baptist was not banned because nothing wrong with it. It's just that the Baptist, it won road march. It was not banned. But nothing was wrong with it. But the thing with drunk and disorderly, it was the consequences of drinking. People didn't understand the verses, so that wasn't banned because it has the, drink. If you listen to the verses of Sparrow song, that song, it had the danger. But when you have people telling you about, even with drinking, that isn't banned. And there's seriousness about alcoholism in this country that they don't ban it because it's a money-making thing. And that is another problem because of the beverage sponsoring programs and so on. And we could go on and on, but according to the Burns law, Pastor, I just wanted to say something before I close off, right? We have a habit, people calling in and generalizing about Trinidadians. I want to know what country they're from. Trinidadians open their eyes, or Trinbagonians, and hosts is doing that too. And I find they should not generalize. Not everybody, Trinidadians, are what they say. If they do that in Jamaica, they ban people. You call Jamaican certain things that we call ourselves. People calling about Trinidadians, we Trinidadians, so and so in a negative way. I hope that they should just put some and not all. They loop all of us in that. So I just want, that should be cut out. Not everybody, not every Trinidadian. That they should chastise. That's just my, thing because it has been continuously put on the radio. Okay then, thanks.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so, seeking your calls. If you want to get in, the numbers to call are 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791. That's our WhatsApp numbers, and 46653 is our P-Mobile number. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon again, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, remember Harry Belafonte, rum and Coca-Cola?
Uh-huh.
Right. So you see how the things develop. The society and what's going on in society, a lot of people try to portray it in song. But then again, when you portray it in song, it further embellishes the actions. And these people will continue to go down that road. We are dwelling on something that guides us to conscious and righteous behavior, and right thinking conduct in this world. A lot of the things that we emulate is to self-destruct, right? So, we're beating a dead horse somewhat with that, Right?
So what you saying? So what you saying, really? What you're saying, really? People are saying ban the music because the music is having a negative effect on our young people. Are you in agreement, or you are disagreeing with that?
Well, we could ban it, but the point about it is, you ban it, and yet the consciousness still stands. Because as young, they look at everything. Look at the amount of influence, not just music. You have video
but we're
games.
talking, we're talking music. You are now broadening it. I don't want to broaden it. I want to stick.
Let me narrow it down. Right?
No, we're not narrowing it down. I want you to listen to what I'm saying to you. I don't want, you're going to open up a Pandora's box about video games and all these other things. We are talking about a specific, issue where a gentleman was killed because he refused to play Gaza and gunman music. You're going to Port of Spain or you're going to San Fernando, the water taxi. We ain't stopping by by the ports and them on the way to San Fernando. We're talking San Fernando water taxi straight service. Should the music be banned? Should Gaza music and gunman music be banned in our society? Now we are seeing where people are becoming very violent by stabbing up DJs. Well, one DJ in particular we see now where one DJ has been killed. He didn't just get stabbed, he was murdered because he refused to play gunman and Gaza music. That's the discussion. Do you think that it should be banned, or do you think that it should not be banned?
It's obvious it should be banned.
Thank you. That's the discussion. Thank you. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. And yes, it should be banned. You don't understand when the man say glut. You know what that means, Pastor Google?
I know what it means. I just say I really want to get into it. But we will get into it at another time. But people need to understand there are hidden messages also in the music that people need to identify. There are people who children listening to that kind of music and don't even know what they're listening to.
And there are people who listen to it and trying to emulate and live what they hear there, you know?
Yes.
And encouraging them to get into a gang, because and when you see 4 or 5 of them, Pastor Google, I see a community where I come from. That is the music. And on a particular weekend, what they call it? Zesta party. And when you talk about Zesta party, you know what that means, right? That kind of music. You know what? The same thing the man singing about in the music is what everybody in the party have. Right? And the same glut is what the community frightened for. You hear what I'm saying? So I think that should ban, because that is creating us to go down a particular, my type of people adopting that like that is a culture. And that is a bad man thing. And you have to free them when you hear that. Or they wake up now, man, please. And to the man, when we say wake up, we're talking about we want to wake up with mind as adults. And
different views, different, you know, what's your view? Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hello?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
How are you, sir?
I am all right.
Yeah, peace and blessings. Pastor Google, all music, what can make sense, what leading youths astray should be banned from Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, Pastor Google. All these, what we just call, not the mainstream media, or we just call it social media, with all these postage and everything coming up causing conflict and confusion in Trinidad and Tobago, Pastor Google, should be banned. Yeah, Pastor Google. So peace and blessings to you, sir. Have a safe and a blessed day. And just take care for me, please. Thanks again, Pastor Google, for the time. Blessings.
Thank you very much. And it is a concern. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, Pastor. I have to go after. I find it should ban the music because it didn't really make no sense. Because I remember in the 90s when the band gave video on TV, Patra, which is in Queen Pat. And it was lewd behavior on the video, and you were seeing women whining and thing, and they banned it immediately. So this shouldn't be a debate. That song supposed to be banned because...
No, you saying it might be a debate, but you know things evolve. Society evolves. Music evolves. And while in our generation, it would have been hidden, it would have been a... Just some of the songs used to be hidden, but in this generation, it is not hidden.
No.
In this generation, they're telling you straight up what it is they want to do, how they want to do it, when they're going and do it, and if you don't look sharp, it might just be done to you, like it was done to the DJ.
Yeah, because Pastor, let me tell you this. It has certain things that we have to be serious about what we're doing, you know, because we turn mind very soft and easy to get manipulated.
Yes.
It's very easy. Because I remember, I want to remember that they banned Shaka Zulu from TV, you know. I remember that very good.
And why they ban it? Anybody could remember why they banned Shaka Zulu? What was the reason? I was a little boy when they banned Shaka Zulu. And you know what stood out in my mind for why they said they banned Shaka Zulu? Because of the nudity. They said that how they had them run around too naked.
Thank you.
And that was not the reason, the real reason, you know. The real reason was that our eyes were being open to what happened to us as a people. And they realized that here what? We cannot allow this to happen. So let us find a trivial reason. If you could find a trivial reason for taking off Shaka Zulu off the TV because you find that people because the nudity and they run around with the you know, okay. In this generation, and I find, I've been straight up, I find in this generation, they are getting away with things that we couldn't get away with.
Yeah. Because
the generations of today, the music, the clothes, everything, they are getting away with it with ease. You know why? And I'll tell you why. Even though we're talking about banning it, right? From mainstream media, social media still have it, you know. You still have YouTube, and you still have Facebook, and you still have all these mediums, TikTok, you still have Instagram, where they could get the music, you know. So we have to sit down, legislation has to be sat, and you know what this brings me back to? You see, let me show you how we just forget very fast. You remember there's a gentleman by the name of Wendell Eversley? And he want the government to come with legislation to ban hate speech.
Yeah.
All of this could fall under hate speech.
Of course. But first we have to find out faster who is running the telecommunication. We have to find out that because it had a time when certain things, if you sneeze on the radio, pull up your socks. No, it's who in charge of telecommunication, because when you watch Facebook, it has certain people that say certain things and get away. But when you try to correct it, they say you involved in hate speech.
Thank you.
Banning it for 30 and 40 days.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, Pastor Google. I just want to correct the person. Harry Belafonte had nothing to do with rum and Coca-Cola. It was the Andrews sisters. And it was a Lord and Zeta song. And the Lord and Zeta still end up getting millions after that. For there was a lawsuit against Andrew's sister. Harry Belafonte did not sing rum and Coca-Cola. It was a series of songs that was a song written by Lord Melody. So he has it incorrect. I just wanted to say that. And I just want to tell the gentleman, when you're referring to open up your eyes, you're not referring to me. I'm a conscious black person. I just want him to know I'm Trinbagonian conscious. So don't look me up with all the rest of Trinbagons. I know where you come from. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor Google. Wonderful program as usual.
Yeah, man.
Pastor Google, you have a son. I always hear you talk about your son.
Well, here now.
And it put a smile on my face.
Well, listen to me. Listen to this. I want to get a classic quick, right? Saturday, I took my son to an event, right? Yeah. And the DJ played one of them Gaza songs, one of them, whatever, I don't even know what, Zestin song. And I see my son start to dance to the Zessa song. And I said, wait now, I don't play that home.
No.
Where you get that in? How we know to dance to it? How we know the lyrics of the song? Where? You know where you get it from? Social media. And he don't have a Facebook account, and he's be on YouTube. So clearly, I now have to be a little more aware of what JJ listening to.
Right. So the point I was going to make, parents need to take the head out from the sun. Because a lot of parents is naive to what they think the children know. You would be surprised. They know far more than you think because of social media.
Beautiful.
And listen, it is something detrimental. You have to be mindful. We as parents, we have to pick up your game, you know. Because these youths, 10 times, their mind is 10 times more advanced than ours, you know. We have to tap into the era. No. We have to govern our home. My son can't come into my house singing bang, 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 garbage, 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 garbage. Hell no. I'll stop you until next week, you know. We need to manage our home as parents.
Yeah.
What we allow our children to look at and listen to, we play a profound part in that.
Yes.
And parents are very naive to a lot of stuff. Oh, God, it's not what they... No.
The manner in which you speak, the manner in which you walk, the manner in which you dress, it speaks volumes. And we have to be example as parents. Otherwise, listen, watch me. Pastor Google, listen to the party, the name of the party. Jam Naked, Stink and Dirty. What the hell is that?
Boy.
You listen to the average music today that these youths listening to. It is degrading and disrespecting women. Yet still all these young ladies welcome it. And a lot of adult women welcome it too. They sell themselves for cheap because they lack values, no type of morals. It's sick enough. It's sad. But look how they dress. Look what they listen to. Watch me. God really had to help us as a people. Pastor Google, I looked on and listened. Wonderful program as usual.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon again, Pastor Google. You know, I can remember the last tune that I played in a party. You know, All for Jesus by Ernie Smith. Pastor Google, you know that tune?
No, I don't.
Jesus come for one, he come for all for Jesus.
Yeah,
That's the last tune that I play. I used to play music in Tetron Barrack, and I remember good. That's the last tune I played in the party, and after that, I stopped playing music. All for Jesus, Jesus come for one, he come for all by Ernie Smith. And the dance, well, I tell you, they call Anchor the tune, call for it to play back, and I play it again. Played about 3 times, and that was okay. Then after that, I don't know that music, I don't know that kind of life. I'm going and look for the Lord right now, and that was the end of my DJ music life. Okay, Pastor Google.
All right, thank you very much for calling.
Come follow me now, no. Light up and shine, yeah. Come follow me now. If you know ready for your change, come follow me now, come follow me now, no. Hear me now, me put a fire to burn.
Hello, good day, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello?
Yes, caller.
Pastor Google.
Yes, caller.
I'm not getting it clear at all.
All right, well then try to call me back.
I'm ready again, ready to blaze dirty Babylon ways. No one no semi-automatic AKs.
Well, my time has gone.
To the wealth of the grave.
I'm out of here, Trinidad and Tobago. Please be safe on the nation's roads. We're going to have this discussion another time, and I'm going to try to do some more research, and I'm going to try to get some other persons inside to share their views on music, the effects of music, especially in our society today. Have a blessed one. Please be safe. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Please go out. Tomorrow is Friday. All right, so we're going to be talking other current affairs and issues. Bless you.
You light them up, shine your light, I beg you, shine your light, you know. Well, I am positive and I tell them to beware. Now look at me, humility and things that me fear. Goliaths are wrong, but I got my stone and my sling. Ready to fight against, but stands against my king. Deception is like a growing tumor. Some dress like Gucci, but I really Puma. Some don't tell half truth, but I really rumor. Holly box, but them a scooter. I'm just trying to change the life of a youth. Get ready to recruit again. Evil words may not promote them. See one by one, shine your light them up. Let's kick evil out of town, yeah. See one by one, shine your light them up. Shine your light, I beg you, shine your light, you know. See one by one, shine your light them up. Let's kick evil out of town, yeah. See one by one, shine your light them up. Shine your light, I beg you, shine your light, you know. I'm from a place where dreams are far-fetched. That no mean me have to steal. Living a life under the blood.